Hey everyone, welcome back to Dazzling Diamonds Boutique. Today I'm so excited to show you guys this mom that I designed. It came out super cute. I'm really loving it. This is actually going to be 2 tutorials in one. I'm going to show you guys how I designed the custom cutouts for my moms, and I'm actually going to show you guys how I add photos. This one I did add 2 photos to it, and I'm also going to be doing a tutorial on how I designed this blue wide loop chain. But just to keep this video from being too long, I'm going to be doing the wide loop chain on a separate video for you guys. So be on the lookout for that video. But if you guys are interested in seeing how I designed the custom cutouts as well as added the photos to this mom here, keep watching. Bye. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to show you the supplies that I use. Everything that I use in this video will be listed in the description box below, but we are going to start at the computer. So I do use Silhouette Studio, and I'm using a Silhouette Cameo 3. And what I did was go ahead and line all of my pieces out how I wanted them. I have them separated by colors. I have the white here, the gray here, and then the blue here, and it shows me over here how everything is supposed to look once it's being cut out. And I will be cutting this out of glitter cardstock that I purchased from Amazon, and that will also be in the description box below for you guys. If you guys would like a separate tutorial on how to design these custom cutouts in Silhouette Studio, please just let me know. I will be happy to do that for you. But I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I cut everything out. And I do use a force of 33, blade at the 10, and 3 passes. And the reason why you guys may say, oh, that's a lot of force and pressure and stuff like that. But the reason why I'm doing this is because, for one, my machine is pretty old, so it does have trouble cutting sometimes. And I want to make sure it go ahead and cut everything out. And I want to make sure that it detaches it from the backing that it's on. I want to be able to just pull it straight up. So as you can see, I have my Silhouette go ahead and cut everything out for me. Right now, it is cutting out the glitter cardstock in white. And this is how it looks. And you guys will see once I go ahead and lift this cardstock from the mat that it will go ahead and release all the way. So there shouldn't be any pieces left behind, which is what we want. And now that that's done, I'm going to do the same thing to the other colors. And I will go ahead and show you guys the photos. So this is the photo paper that I use, and it is HP Everyday Photo Paper. And this is in the size 4x6. Okay, so now we're ready to go on over to Silhouette Studio, and I went ahead and brought in my image, and I brought in a rectangle in size it is 4x6, and now I'm just going to go ahead and put my design over it, center it, and we're going to crop it. And now we have a 4x6 photo ready to be printed. So this is ready to go, but I do have another photo that I need to print as well, so I'm going to go ahead and move this one to the side while I go ahead and bring the other photo in and do the same exact thing that we did to this one. And if you guys didn't know how to add designs to your existing page in Silhouette Studio, all you do is click on File and Merge, and then you're going to click on the design that you would like to add, and it's going to add it to your existing page. So I'm just going to resize it, and then I'm going to rotate 90 degrees clockwise. And all I did was duplicate the same 4x6 rectangle from earlier, so I'm going to bring that over and place it directly in the center. As you guys can see in this photo, there is a lot of extra space, like from the trees and stuff like that, and he's only like in the corner. So I'm going to try my best to crop the majority of this excess out of here and try to get him mostly in the frame. And I did go ahead and move my photo to the back layer, that way I can see where my red rectangle is at. And once I have everything where I would like it, I'm going to select both the rectangle as well as the photo, and then I'm going to right click and click on crop, and it's going to crop it out to the size of that rectangle. And from here you can just center it to the page, and now we have both photos ready to be printed. So I'm just going to go ahead and send them to my printer. And this photo paper is made for Inkjet Printer, so if you're not printing on an Inkjet printer, you need to purchase the photo paper that is made for your printer. So before you print, you do want to go in and go to Preferences and adjust the page type to glossy, and make sure that you adjust your printer settings to glossy paper as well. And once you do that, you are all ready to print. So I'm going to go ahead and send it to my printer, and it is ready to go. There it is. And I am printing on an Epson XP-4100 inkjet printer. And this is how my photo came out. And I did want that white border around it because I will be gluing some decorative trim around it. But if you guys do not want that white border, all you have to do is turn on your borderless printing. We're going to jump back over to the cutouts for the mom, and I'm going to show you guys how we piece everything together. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the senior that I'm going to be using for the mom flower. So I have this very front senior piece that I cut out in silver, and then the middle piece is cut out in white, and then the very back piece is cut out in silver. And I apologize if you guys can't really see the color, but this is the best angle I could get without the sun kind of messing up my color. So, and then this is the class of 2024, and I have the chargers. Most of them are 3 pieces, but I do have some that are 2 pieces, like this football here. This one's 2 pieces, and then I have this one here that is going to be 3 pieces. And the middle part is silver, if you guys can't see that. And then I also have some hearts that I'm going to be adding on there as well. So there is different ways that you can piece these together. You are more than welcome to use hot glue, but I didn't want to deal with that. But I saw this adhesive on Amazon, and it's by ArtGlitter, and it's supposed to dry clear. So I wanted to go ahead and try this. So I'm going to start with the white middle piece, and I'm going to go ahead and apply my adhesive to the back of that. And then I'm going to center it in the middle of the silver piece that's going to be going on the very back. And y'all, I really don't know what was going on with Amazon today, but when I got my glue in, the glue was literally spilled all over the bag and over the lid. So when I tried to apply it to the back of this, it kind of just started oozing out the sides. And I did try to tighten up the lid to see if that would help, but it still kind of kept making a mess. So I don't really know, but it did eventually start coming out the right way to where I was able to spread it to where I wanted it to go. And now that I have my glue all over it, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over and try my best to center it directly in the middle, because I do not want it to have to slide around too much, because I don't want that adhesive smearing. So once I center it, I'm going to go ahead and press down. And I did have to move it a little bit because I seen that it was a little off. And you can see that adhesive from where I moved it at. So hopefully that part dries clear like it's supposed to, so that won't be an issue. And now we are ready to move on to the third piece. So I'm going to go ahead and add that adhesive to the back of the senior and place it directly in the middle of everything. And then I'm just going to press it down, making sure that I get all of the little corners and stuff like that, because I don't want any of this to lift. And it's supposed to be a quick drying adhesive, so it shouldn't take too long for it to dry. But I am going to put this up under something heavy, like maybe a book or something like that, that way it can lay flat. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for these other pieces. And once I go ahead and glue that second layer on, as you can see, it naturally wants to curl up. So that is the reason for using something heavy to place on top of it when you're done, because you want it to lay as flat as possible. But for the senior part, that one will be going on the flower of the mom. So I do want that one to have a bit of a curve to it. So what I did was I went ahead and placed the senior around the flower and kind of bend it a little bit. That way it can have a little curve in it. And I placed a rubber band around it and let it sit for 24 hours. That way it can give it a bit of a shape. And I wanted to make sure that it kind of got like stiff into that shape that I wanted it to have. That way it'll be easier for me to hot glue it. But I'm just going to go ahead and finish up these last 2 pieces. But as you guys can see, making these custom cutouts are super easy, super simple. They don't take much time at all. So I want to thank you guys so much for sticking with me to the end of this tutorial. This is how everything came out. I think it came out super cute. And I will be showing you guys how the senior looks once I add it to the flower. And I did go ahead and add a crown to it as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, be sure to ask them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to answer them for you. And if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, and be sure to click on that post notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you guys in the next one.